Today, October 7th at 7:40 a.m. I'm here with fellow club member Nick Armstrong. Nick is a sand shrimp user. He just came from Taft pumping sand shrimp. So it's about 54, 55 degrees. Swell energy is about 690 today, so it's a little bit heavier than what I've been coming at. We're down at the south end of the beach. I'm guessing about 100 yards past my first landmark. Fishing conditions actually are really pleasant, no wind. Again, temperature's 54. It's really nice out here. Catching conditions actually look pretty good. Big waves are really far out, but there's some decent crashing waves within casting distance. So we're just going to try it here for a little bit and then keep moving south if we don't get bites. Nick is a pretty experienced fisherman. We have probably fished together about a half a dozen times now. He always outfishes me because he uses sand shrimp. So we'll see how it goes today, but I like fishing with Nick because if there's fish here, he'll get a bite and then I can just crowd him. One other thing I forgot to mention is incoming low tide. High tide still about 4.5, 5 hours away. Already there's a right to left drift that's pretty strong. And again, today's high tide is around 7 feet. Low tide was around 0.2. So it's a pretty big swing today. It's 7 feet in tidal height. So that's probably why we're getting some drift. Ooh. Yeah, so it's almost a 700 energy day. It is definitely a be careful day. I almost just went down. So just be careful when you come out on high energy days. But now I was down there, but now I'm standing way up here. 15 minutes now. This is cast 4 or 5 for me. Neither of us have had any action so far. So first 15 minutes is a skunk. Catch conditions are just kind of okay because the good waves are way out there. No way we can hit them. And then there's a lot of dead water. And then there's some waves that are crashing close by. But wave action's pretty slight today. Just got a first fish here. Oh, yeah, well, got it still. The waves bring it in. So first fish, about 16 or 17 minutes, just after I gave my last update. Oh, man. Shoot. Bottom natural. Okay, so that was cast 6. I got a pretty good hookup. That was a nice bite. It was actually a decent sized fish. Unfortunately, it came off before I could get it in. It was about 17 minutes before I got my first bite, but that's the first action Nick and I have both had. Got one. So 23 minutes. Oh, he's got a crab. Here now, what, 18, almost a half an hour. Just had my second bite. Unfortunately, I missed the fish. So we moved about 25 to 50 yards south of where I had my hookup. Again, wave conditions don't look very good today. All the good crashing waves are really far out. And because swell energy is kind of high, you got to stay up the beach. So it's hard to get a decent distance cast today. Nick's got our first fish. Unless it came off. I think it might have came off. He lost it. So that's his first action, I'm thinking. Been here 36 minutes. 50 yards south, because the wave action here looks a little bit better. It's not a lot better, but it was better than where I was. So you can see that there's some decent forming waves just right here. Changing places help. I just got a fish. I can bring it in now. It's a decent fish. Trying not to horse it in. Yeah, I can see it. Finally! Whoa! Hey, we should get dinner. Got a good hook set. Let's see. Yeah, 11 incher.
Are you not keeping them?
No, I'm not keeping them. Here, let me hold your rod. So got it on the natural. Yeah, so that's 2 fish on the natural. So that was my 3rd bite in 45 minutes. So I'm guessing I've gotten about 12 to 13 casts. But that was my first cast moving down to this new spot because I got, I just saw the wave action here look a little bit better. So hoping that's a sign of things to change here. Always trying to do is always trying to change water if I'm not getting any action. Even if I got a bite and I didn't get any action for 2 or 3 casts, I move. So again, if I don't get a bite here in the next 2 to 3 casts, I'm going to keep moving even though I just got my first fish here. Good bite. I was watching his rod. So hopefully action's picking up here. This is around I want to say about a 3.2 to 3.5 tidal height. So that's the reason why I came back at this time. I was trying to hit about a 2.7 to about a 3.8, 3.9 window. But it's only a very small window because the tidal height change is very rapid today. Or not rapid, the tidal height change is the swing is very big today at 7 feet. All right, so I just told Nick I'm gonna start fishing my way back to the parking lot. Been here just a little over an hour and 5 minutes now. Hour and 8 minutes. At least we both didn't get skunked today, which is awesome. He caught a crab before, so he was already not skunked. And the same thing, that conditions look really good. Whoa, I just got a bite. Nice one. I just had a nice bite. Yeah, but anyway, Nick was saying conditions here look so much better. And then I got a bite as I was talking. So that's what happens if you just stick around. You know, the tide changes, conditions change, the bite conditions get better, and hopefully the action picks up. Anyway, we're still working our way back to the parking lot. You can't see it, but as we're fishing our way back to the parking lot and refishing the area we were at before, it's really shallow here. The problem is you can't wade down there because the swell energy is so high. If you stand close to the breaking water down there, you're going to go down. So unfortunately, catching conditions here are not as good, but again, I was just shot. So again, I was just fishing my way back to the parking lot, ready to go shopping. Way back to the mouth of the creek. We got a couple of small silver bites, but other than that, no action. It was really shallow. So we're just stopping at the creek. Conditions here actually look really good. So we're just gonna try a couple casts here before I take off. Nick might stick around, but I think he's gonna go rock fishing or jetty fishing. I stick to low energy days. Why? I like to stick to energy days that are less than 500 or 400. At 690 today, man, there's been a couple of gnarly waves that have come up unexpectedly. So I just have to get back to fishing in high energy swells because the winter's coming. Got no choice. I believe Nick waved me up to where he is. So let's see how he's doing, hoping he gets one more. But even if action's picking up, I'm still leaving. The north side of the creek. Nick's about halfway between the creek and the trees. I haven't fished the north, I want to say like in 4 or 5, maybe 6 months now. Because I started getting skunked and started going south. Anyway, let's see how Nick's doing. Okay, let me try one cast up here. I'm leaving after that. Are you getting a lot of bites? I got a bite within 5 seconds of my rig landing. But I'm still going to head out anyway here soon. So that was my bite, bit off the top, natural. Got a fish this time. I think. It's not a big one if it is. Maybe I lost it. But again, as soon as my rig hit the water, it was really quick that I got the bite. And I lost it. God, I lost it! Oh, Nick got one. So that's the 3rd fish I've lost. Nick lost another one too. So we both lost 3 fish. But that was back-to-back casts with me. That was back-to-back casts for me with decent bites. Okay, I lied. I said I was going to leave regardless of the action. Oh, Nick just had another bite. But back-to-back casts with decent bites. I'm going to try a few more casts. And Nick's had like 3 bites in a row now. Just had another bite. Oh, missed it. Still getting them. So 3 casts in a row now. As soon as it almost landed, that should be 4 casts in a row. But that was definitely a red tail bite. That was a decent bite. Do I have it? Nope. Oh, actually I might have it. No. That's 4 fish in a row. I mean 4 casts in a row with bites. Again, decent bites too. I don't know if I got it. I don't think so though. If it is, it's a tiny one. Man, I might have something. Nope. Lost. Nope. Oh, I got a dink. Something. It's a dink right tail. Hey! It's 8 inches. I'll see if Nick wants it. Hopefully it's 9. So that's 4 casts in a row with bites. This is my second fish. That was my second fish, 8.5 incher, a little too small to keep. 4 casts in a row with bites. This is my 5th cast, and I think I'm gonna leave on this note. Another one, but I got a bite, so it's like 5 out of 6 casts now. I think I got a fish. I think. I can feel something tugging. Supposed to be fish 3. Supposed to be fish 3, 5 out of 6 casts. Where I've gotten bites. Yeah, this was a decent one. Natural again. All my fish have been on naturals today. Oh yeah, this is a decent one. Because it fills my hand. $12.5. I got like bites on 5 out of 6 casts.
I know, I keep getting bites too. But
I was gonna leave like 3 or 4 or 5 times now. But after 12.5 inch, I gotta give it one more cast. So again, 5 out of my last 6 casts, I've had bites, and they've all been decent bites. Got 2 fish on 6 casts. So this is the best action we've had all day. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to come back to the north, start coming back to the north again. So we're only like halfway from the creek to the trees right now. And Nick says he's been getting a lot of bites too. So with the drift going from right to left, also the crashing waves have really died down in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Because when we first got here, there were successive crashing waves, and now there's only like 1 at a time. So again, it's just interesting how wave conditions change as the tidal height changes. We're here about 2.5 hours. I got 3, he got 1. We each lost 3. So, you know, action was okay today. Lucky Nick found a hot spot at the end where I got 2 fish. I think I had bites on 5 out of 7 casts. That's where I got my 12.5 incher, 8.5 incher. Got my 11 incher way down south. So that's the first success I've had on the north in a long time. And it was much better than the south today. So I think I'm gonna start heading back to the north next time. Anyway, that's it for today from Wade Creek. It's always a pleasure fishing with Nick Armstrong. I think this is the first time I've actually outfished him. He said that fish weren't going after sand shrimp today. They were going after his camel worm. You know, so again, that's interesting. This is the first time I've seen where the fish have preferred plastic over real bait, especially sand shrimp. Okay, that's it. Don't know when I'm coming back. But man, coming out on the 700 energy day was kind of gnarly.